In terms of dealing with the current White House administration, do you think that it's best to protest or deal with any issues you might have from the inside, or do you think that it's external protests and things like that?
I think you've got to do both. I think that the mythology of a lot of history is that we only did things one way. In the 60s, I grew up in the 60s and the 70s, you had people playing different roles at the same time. So people only hear of Dr. King, but you had Martin Luther King marching in the South, you had Malcolm X speaking in the North, you had Adam Clayton Powell in Congress, you had Thurgood Marshall in the courts, you had Fannie Lou Hamer in Mississippi, you had Shirley Chisholm. Everybody had different roles. And I think that you need those on the inside and the outside. You need those in the Congress, like a Maxine Waters, like Cedric Richmond and others. But you need people on the outside like us raising the issues. If no one raises the issues, there's no climate for those inside to say we've got to do something about it. So one corresponds with the other. We just had 4 weeks ago, I called for 1,000 ministers and rabbis to march on Washington, and we ended up with 5,000. Well, that gave a climate for some in the Congress, Chuck Schumer, who's in the Senate, and others to say, we've got to deal with these issues of policing and voting. But if you don't have those that will set the temperature, then you don't have the climate that you need for change. Martin Luther King used to say, there are two types of leaders. There are those that are thermostats and those that are thermometers. Thermometers tell you the temperature in the room. If there's a thermometer here, they can tell you it is whatever in the room, the temperature. But then the thermostat changes the temperature in the room. I come out of the thermostat tradition. I turn the heat up. You know, everybody's cool, laying back, and I come in and make them sweat. And then the inside guys say, now that y'all are sweating, we need to talk about this legislation. And I never was jealous of the inside guys. They get to go to all the parties and the cocktail sips and all. I'm fired in my role on the outside.